Archetype Entertainment has given us the November 2024 Founders Q&A. Kicking it off, they were asked what one small thing they really liked about the game. James Olin mentioned the Awakened and the Silicates, while Chad Robertson really loves the Livestone. Interestingly, he mentions that it acts differently than it does in Peter Hamilton's book. He didn't say really what that meant, but that we would be able to use it in our journey. In the accompanying clip, you see someone putting their hand on something, and a whole lot of blue spikes start growing out. Presumably, this is the Livestone in action in the game, and we don't know who any of the figures in this scene are, the young lady and the folks in the armor. Now, if you don't know, in the book, Livestone is a substance that Celestials and certain individuals and humans, known as Uranics, can directly interact with and cause to grow and shape however their mind wills it, and is used to grow entire cities. Whether we'll be using it for making defensive barriers or bridges so that we can cross expanses, those feel like really gamey sort of things we might end up doing. Robertson didn't offer any more clues. On the question of choices during missions and their effects due to time dilation, we're told that there are those big choices that we will see play out as we travel and experience time dilation. However, Robertson stressed that within the missions and otherwise there will be plenty of choices that will have a significant impact on our character and our world that are not directly a cause of or related to time dilation. They say this is a big story within Exodus, and we're going to have a lot of choices and a lot of shaping that we can do for our character and our world. The more the merrier, I say. And they certainly did and this might happen, and can I tell them this? And no, I can't. Aw, shoot. You'll just have to wait. They seem to do that line just about every one of these. Next, they took a question on how the game relates to the book, The Archimedes Engine. It is a shared universe, and Olins was quick to point out that their universe is big enough to have multiple stories. Hamilton's book takes place within the Crown Dominion, and it is ruled over by the Crown Dominion Celestials. However, the game, as they have previously mentioned, will be outside of the Crown Dominion, with your homeworld being Lydon, and this world is governed by humans with no celestial overlords. The planet was mentioned, by the way, in the book as well, and Olin said that this will give it a decidedly different flavor than the book. In addition, Olin's mentioned that our main character and the main character of the book, Finn, share something in common. Now I'm guessing it's that both have the ability to interact with celestial technology, meaning that our character will be a Uranic. Either that or both of them were filthy rich and ran away from that wealth and responsibility. Then they were asked the big one, when are we gonna see some gameplay? Well, they didn't have an answer for us other than, oh, it's gonna be coming soon, the game is coming along really nicely. And they are aware that people are chomping at the bit to actually see what this thing looks like. Next was a question on the character's personality and how much we, the player, will be able to shape that. The short answer is yes, but they believe there needs to be some elements that they have control over so that they can make the cutscenes and your dialogue options exciting and interesting. In Dragon Age Origins, for example, Olin's pointed out that you could pretty much shape your character's personality through the myriad of dialogue options. But because the protagonist is fully voiced, and it is so cinematic, Olin's mentioned that it would be pretty boring if your character didn't already have some kind of personality. Next up, how about all those weapons we go out and find? Aren't they going to be obsolete by the time we bring them back to our homeworld? The answer was no. That technology is so far advanced to what everybody has now that it will take decades, if not centuries, or even thousands of years before the current technology catches up to what we're going out and finding. That was also a theme in the book. In fact, the primary drive system that allowed them to use the Gates of Heaven, the ZPZ, was pretty much a mystery to everyone, including the Celestials. So we'll be grabbing weapons and progressing through the game with those weapons, presumably upgrading them and modifying, but they're not going to go out of style anytime soon. And Robertson did mention that how we use the tech once we bring it back will have an effect on our homeworld and the progression of the game. Next up was a question on whether they could shed some more light on CC Orlev. The short answer, nope. The one tiny bit Olin did say was that Orlev's sign-off of yesterday, today, and tomorrow is a clue. When asked if this was third person or first person, they definitively said it is a third person game. Absolutely love that choice. Well, that wraps up our synopsis of the November Founders Q&A. What do you think? Any questions they should have been asked? Throw your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.